Episode 4 of The Acolyte is here. This video will contain spoilers, so there's your warning. But I really enjoyed the first two episodes of The Acolyte. Episode 3 maybe was a little bit more of a letdown for me personally, but maybe we'll build on that. But episode 4, I enjoyed this one. We end up on a mission in this episode, which is an upgrade for me from last week, which was more of an origin story. We have a couple big cameos, maybe just one, but maybe two. We'll learn more, I'm sure, as the week goes on. We have a pretty big plot twist at the end, and I think we learn who the villain is in this week's episode. So the heroes essentially end up going on a mission to Kofar, which is the planet where the Wookiee Jedi Kelnaka is. But before they go on the mission, we actually get a cameo from Ki-Adi-Mundi from the prequel trilogy, or at least that's who it looks like. I'm assuming that's him. I'm not sure how many Jedi have that many brains stacked up, and I'm pretty sure he is pretty old by the time we get to the prequels. So we get a little cameo of him as Master Stoll and Master Vernestra are talking through what they're going to do. Then we go on this mission to Kofar. So Soul brings along a lot of the characters we've already seen. His apprentice Jackie. Yord is on this mission. He brings Osha with him. There are a few other random Jedi. There is the little gerbil guy. His name, I believe, is Basil or Basil. Either way, he is helping them track the Wookiee by smelling him. So he's kind of like a hunting hound. If you go hunting, that's kind of what he's doing. He's got the scent and he's looking for the Wookiee. But I think we also have a Plo Koon appearance, maybe. There is some Jedi or apprentice with them. Looks a lot like Plo Koon. Not sure if that's confirmed yet or not. I know there was a lot of speculation during the trailer, but it looks like we have Ki-Adi-Mundi and Plo Koon both in this episode. This is a little tangent for me, I suppose, but the prequel trilogy Jedi were not aware of any Sith, or they hadn't seen them for like 1,000 years or something like that. So interesting that they're both involved here, if this is indeed Plo Koon and Ki-Adi-Mundi. Maybe there's more to learn, I don't know, but it does seem a little interesting maybe that we have one Jedi on this mission where, spoiler alert, we see the Sith in this episode. So I don't know, that's something they'll have to shake out, but I'm sure we'll figure it out. So while the Jedi are on their mission to find Kelnaka, so is May. So May is on this planet Kofar as well, and they are going into this jungle to find the Wookiee Jedi, and Kymir apparently is very ready to go through here. He's kind of leading her along the way. She's having a hard time keeping up. He's talking a lot about this Sith master that she has, and I'm pretty sure, we'll talk about it later, but I'm pretty sure he is the Sith. Let me know what you think in the comments. But this episode essentially focuses on both of these groups, May's group and Osha's group, converging on the location where Kelnaka is going to be at, and the whole episode really builds up to that point at the end. But the major plot twist that comes at the end is May kind of has a change of heart and does an about face. So she ends up trapping Kymir in like a trap, kind of like on Return of the Jedi where they capture the good guys on Endor. One of those rope traps, catches his feet, he goes up in a tree, and she tells him that she doesn't need him. She doesn't need the Sith Lord, which I think is Kymir, so she's telling him she doesn't need him. And she's just going to go turn herself into Kelnaka, go to the Jedi. She thinks she's going to be safe with them, and now that she knows Osha is alive, that's really all that matters in her life. Kind of strange, you know. I was not expecting that plot twist, considering she's already taken out 2 other Jedi and she was on the revenge hunt. Just to turn like that, I don't know. Raise my eyebrows at it. I'm sure there's going to be some explanation, but kind of surprised that she just essentially turned in a matter of like 45 seconds. That's just my opinion, though. But as she is getting to Kelnaka's location, she gets to his hut. She walks in and she finds that he has been killed by the Sith Lord, so she knows that the Sith Lord is there. Now, at the same time, the good guys show up. The Sith Lord is behind Osha. We get that scene from the trailers, and we have that whole little interaction between him and Soul asking, "Who are you?" or "What are you?" And we see him igniting his red blade. He does that force push where he sends off the good guys back. Everything we've seen in the trailer. Nothing really groundbreaking there. Like, we knew it was coming at some point. We just didn't know it would be in this episode. But all of this leads me to believe that it has to be Kymir as the bad guy. So in episode 2, he is quoting the Sith code to May. He knows a lot about this bad guy. He's always referring to him with May. He supposedly knows him very well. Well, it's because he is him, I think. So May leaves him tied up in the tree. All he has to do, really, once she leaves, is cut himself down, grab his bag, get dressed up in his little black dress and his helmet, and then go get Kelnaka, because he knows where he's at. So I think they've kind of telegraphed that it's Kymir. I could be very wrong. I think he is the apprentice, though. He's not the master. So it will be very interesting to see, now that the bad guy has showed up in episode 4, what is going to happen in the next 4 episodes, especially since May is no longer going to be a villain, maybe, at this point. So I think this episode kind of threw a lot at us, kind of maybe shifted course on where I thought we were at this point. May turning good isn't necessarily a surprise, but her deciding she's going to do it in episode 4, that's maybe 4 episodes sooner than I thought it was going to happen. So kind of a lot to chew on here, but that's my breakdown. Let me know what you thought about it in the comments. Do you think that was Plo Koon and Ki-Adi-Mundi? And who do you think the bad guy is? We will be discussing this a lot more in depth, though, this Friday on the Force with Friends podcast, so be sure to tune into that. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.